right, we're here in Burlington on a lovely Sunday afternoon at Articon, and we're standing with Laura and Paul, the founders of Articon. So Laura, why don't you tell me a little bit about how Articon started?
Well, we have been doing the convention circuit for a while now, and we really wanted to have a convention that was closer to our house. We live a couple blocks away. We don't drive, but we travel everywhere for the conventions, and it just got to the point where, well, where's there a convention in Burlington? Why can't we just go to a show? And me and Paul were sitting around one night and we decided, well, why don't we throw a show? We're perfectly capable of doing that. And so we tinkered with the idea for about a year. We traveled around to all the conventions we could get to, and I befriended a whole bunch of artists, as you can see, and we just wrote them, tried everything. Last year was our first convention, and this year is our second. We've tripled the size, moved locations into, the Holiday Inn, and we're having such a great time.
That's really all you can ask for with conventions,
Yes.
right? How do you feel like the community has helped support you in this endeavor?
Oh my goodness, the art community has been overwhelmingly amazing. We have had just an outpouring. We've had over 100 artists are here today. I mean, if that's anything, because we only had about 30-something artists last year. So we have just, gone out there and talked to people, and the artist community has been nothing but gracious towards us. So it's awesome.
That's fantastic. Do you have any big plans for your third year?
There's a couple little things that I'm keeping secret, but there might be a chance of a third Dalek.
Ooh, how about that, guys? We've got two of the Daleks here, the Doctor Who Society for the 50th anniversary, dozens and dozens of artists, everything from leatherwork to plushies. It's just a fantastic afternoon, and we're happy to be here, and we're so happy that you put this together for us.
Thank you very much. And we love having everybody out, including you guys. It's been wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Paul. So we've interrupted the very busy Ken Turner to try and talk to us for a moment. He's in the middle of making a pair of custom painted Converse shoes, which Ken does a lot of, as you can see. Who are these for, Ken?
These are for Tress MacNeille, who is the voice of Dot in the Animaniacs. She's on The Simpsons now as well. And I'm working on a project with the Animaniacs people, and these are for her.
That's fantastic. Now, obviously, you do a lot of different kind of custom shoes. Who else have you made shoes for?
John Schneider from the Dukes of Hazzard, Henry Winkler, Fonzie. I've had shoes signed by Stan Lee, Lou Ferrigno, who was the Hulk, Adam West and Burt Ward, who were Batman and Robin in the 60s. Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger.
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
How long on average does it take you to finish a pair of custom shoes?
Given a solid block of time, I could do a pair of shoes like this pair in a day. Yeah, so.
How many pairs of shoes do you think you've made over the years?
Maybe 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. All right, so aside from the shoes, you also have another project you're working on, which feature all these handcrafted puppets.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I've been making short films with a film partner for about 10 years, and about a year ago, as I was learning how to build puppets, we wondered if we had a feature, if we could make a feature. So we thought, let's make a feature, and let's make it with puppets. So I built all the puppets back here, and we wrote the script, and it's a 1950s sci-fi movie called It Came From Uranus, and it's exactly what you think. It's a 77-minute-long fart joke, and it's about aliens from Uranus who released a mysterious space gas from Uranus into Earth's water supply because they need to harvest our methane gas, which we have a lot of.
You do?
Yeah, so, and that's it.
How long did that project take you?
From starting to build puppets to finishing the film, a little over a year.
It's a very intensive project. And you built all of the puppets yourself?
Yes. Yeah, I built them all.
How long does it take you per puppet?
2 or 3 days, probably. Again, if you block it down into a certain amount of time, a couple of days.
Fantastic. How long have you been doing this, Ken?
Painting shoes, I've been doing it probably 5 or 6 years, I guess. Building puppets last summer. It was just one of those, I wonder if I know how, so I figured out how. And making films almost 10 years.
Fantastic. What's your favorite part about your job?
you know, things like this where you get to talk to people and they're interested in what you do, and you talk about the process with, you know, like-minded people who understand, you know, what the creative process is all about. I like talking about it, promoting it. In film, I like writing it and I like editing it. I could do without the whole middle part altogether, and I wouldn't lose a wink of sleep. In fact, I get a lot more.
Well, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us because we're interested in talking about the process too.
Well,
so thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night. And now we're here with one of the artist features at Articon, Lisa Bell of Nerd Biscuit. Now I notice you have a phenomenal assortment of fleecy stuffed toys right now. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your taco?
Well, my taco actually started with the catnip ones, but people were buying them for themselves. And I felt kind of weird, like, oh, that's catnip. And like, I don't care, I love it anyway. So I started making the big ones.
So the big ones are for people.
They are for people, and there's no catnip in them. But if there was catnip, you could probably give it to a lion or something like that, take it to the zoo.
Wild cat.
Wild cats, yeah, because they're
Catnip
massive,
taco.
So, yeah, but they're for people, and you can sleep on them.
And you have an arrangement of catnip stuffies as well as the normal stuffies.
Yes.
And you also have your felt mustaches, which are over there.
Perhaps I can model one
That sounds fantastic.
right now.
Charming. Absolutely charming.
Handsome.
When
I hope so.
Why the mustaches?
You know, people always ask me that, and I think it's the fact that I can't grow one myself. You know, when I see
You want what
someone
you
with a
can't have.
Exactly, and it's always been that way. You know, my dad had a mustache, and I'm just like, that's amazing. It's a beautiful thing, and I wish I had one. So I just started making them for myself, and then other people seem to like them, so.
And I hear you've had several celebrities wear your mustaches. I believe there's a picture of PJ Phil from YTV
Yeah, that was
in
awesome.
one of your mustaches.
Yep, at Atomic Lollipop last year, he stopped and he tried on a mustache, and it was awesome. I grew up in the 90s, so it was a pretty big deal for me.
The 90s were a good decade.
They really were.
So aside from all of your fleece stuffies, they're felt, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
it's all felt from China. It's good stuff, really strong. Yeah, I mostly work with felt and fleece. Yep, that's pretty much it.
But you also design t-shirts as well.
I do. I'm a graphic designer as well, but they're also my illustrations, so I do a little bit of both.
And of course the pocket mirrors and buttons.
Yeah.
We got Ryan Gosling over there.
Oh, yeah.
And a mustachioed Star Trooper.
I'm kind of hoping Ryan will stop in today because he's actually from Burlington.
Wonder if he's home for the weekend.
Yeah, you know, just for Articon, right?
Absolutely. He's
So
coming to see you.
I thought, so I keep reapplying my lipstick, like just in case. And just like, Ryan, he hasn't shown yet, but
One day.
yeah.
One day.
One day.
One day it'll happen. All right. Thank you so much for chatting with
so
us.
much.